Palak Agarwal of Hidayatullah National Law University and currently a legal intern at LEXIS and Company. Today I'll be discussing about voidable contracts. A voidable contract is a contract which is enforceable only at the option of one party and not at the option or end of the other party. It is mentioned in Section 2I of the Indian Contract Act 1872. Voidable contracts are of two types. The contracts which are voidable from the start and the others which become subsequently voidable. The contracts which are voidable from the beginning are the contracts created through coercion. Coercion is committing an act which is illegal in IPC 1860 or to threaten to commit an act which is illegal in IPC. It is illegal detention of a person or a property or to threaten to commit a harm to a person or a property. It is mentioned in Section 15 of Indian Contract Act 1872. The other type of contract that are voidable from the beginning is the contract created through undue influence. Undue influence is when a person has an apparent and real authority over the other person and is in a position to dominate the will of the other person and uses that position to dominate his or her will. It is mentioned in Section 16 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. The other type of contract which is voidable from the beginning is the contract created through fraud. Fraud is asserting a fact which one believes to be not true, or active concealment of a fact, or making a promise without the intention of performing it. It is mentioned in Section 17 of the Indian Contract Act. Mere silence is not a fraud. The other contract which is voidable from the beginning is through misrepresentation. Misrepresentation is when a person asserts a fact but the person asserting a fact believes the fact to be true. It is mentioned in Section 18 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. Section 19 of the Indian Contract Act 1872 states that a contract whose consent is caused through coercion, fraud or misrepresentation is voidable at the option of the parties whose consent was so caused. Section 19A of the Indian Contract Act states that a contract whose consent was caused through undue influence is voidable at the option of the parties whose consent was so caused. Section 39 of the Indian Contract Act states that if a party to a contract disables or refuses to perform his part of the contract, the other party has the option to put an end to the contract. Section 53 states that in case of reciprocal promises, if one party prevents the other to perform his part of the contract, the party who was prevented from performing his act has the option to put an end to the contract. Section 55 of the Indian Contract Act states that when time is an essence, the party which does not perform the act on the specified date, then the other party has the option to put an end to the contract. These were the three cases of subsequent voidability. Thank you.